Pennsylvania, the home of the cheesesteak, the Liberty Bell, and the Little League World Series.
A lot can change in 28 years. Getting married, starting a family, even becoming an empty nester. But for one Gainesville man, coaching volleyball has been the constant thread that has bound the faces of his life together.
In the ever-changing world of sports, one thing will always remain true. One day, every quarterback will throw their last pass, every baseball player will hit their last home run, and every track star will compete in their last meet. On Friday, a former Gator and two-time Olympic gold medalist concluded his track career right here in Gainesville.
Whether it's through rain, shine, or a hurricane, in the world of Florida high school football, you have to always be ready for the unexpected.
As the Friday evening sun sets on Perry, Florida, the excitement has just begun. The buzzing of an anxious crowd.
We got the best fans in America, man.
The smell of hamburgers wafting in the air. The taste of autumn air as temperatures drop. The Taylor County High School Bulldogs take the field.
That's a good football team.
Friday night lights illuminate Dorset Stadium.
You know, it's something I look forward to, you know, when I get up in the mornings and stuff.
The Bulldogs look to bounce back from 2 straight losses and a Category 4 hurricane.
It was a pretty big devastation.
Hurricane Helene's whipping winds.
Man, they were shook up.
Forever changed the lives of thousands of Taylor County residents.
It's a lot for a young person to see our communities wrecked.
Senior kicker Talon Abajaris not only saw the destruction, he lived through it.
We ended up losing our house, most of our stuff.
A 10-foot storm surge washed away his family's home.
We'll never have normal again, you know?
It was a tough loss for us.
But Abajaris and his teammates refused to quit.
Abajaris on to attempt the extra point.
We're tough individuals, you know.
The Bulldogs became a symbol for a small town that refused to give up. Now, as they rebuild their community,
we're doing, you know, better than ever, I'd like to think.
These young men are ready for the next step toward recovery.
It was something I could get my mind off of and just, you know, kind of resume back to my normal life for a little bit.
Returning to their home field for the first time in 2 months.
Sports, they bring people together, you know.
And their perseverance paid off.
Even when the cards are stacked against you, it doesn't mean you can't win.
The Bulldogs took down the Mcleish Marauders in a nail-biter, 35-28. Behind a passionate display on the field and in the stands.
I'm just in awe of how a community can rally around the youth and see the potential in there tomorrow.
And for the first time in 4 years, they're in the playoffs.
We got resilient kids.
For some, football is just a game.
Touchdown.
For others, it's a way back to life after unimaginable destruction.
There is no normal.
And maybe the new normal for Taylor County is a darn good football team. Ben Mcleish, WUFT Sports. Shimmering metals tell a story. Thousands of hours of practice. Fierce competition.
Because you got some guys there who can play.
Pushing the body to the limit. Most people are lucky to get one in a lifetime. Others,
I win a lot of gold medals,
are not content with just one.
You won't give up.
One of the world's most accomplished athletes lives right here in Gainesville. 179 gold medals.
There's so many of them.
27 state championships. 3 world titles.
Total of over 320 events now. Only missed medaling 8 times.
And for Cecil Cordell, it all started at the young age of 57.
It's tough getting back in shape, Ben.
Cordell competed in the 2014 Gainesville Senior Games, despite not running track since high school.
My wife and her friends says, we got to come see this.
But that didn't stop Cecil. He won a gold medal in his first ever event, pulling his groin in the process.
I come home, I'm packed in ice and drinking some wine for the day.
That day, he started down a path that led him to greatness, glory, and gold medals.
He doesn't take no for an answer.
Cordell was naturally a gifted athlete, but local track coach Daniel Bedley molded him into one of the best.
You don't know if it's a sickness or if this guy is just like possessed of trying to do something.
He made his way through state, national, and international competitions, winning every step of the way.
If I think I can go do it again, you're damn right I'll do it.
But years of training and competing at the highest level proved to take a toll on Cordell's body.
You live with the soreness every day.
With his injuries mounting up, it would have been easy for Cordell to hang up the cleats for good.
And I was competing injured. I was competing in between surgeries.
But through a back surgery, a rotator cuff surgery, and a hip replacement, Cordell kept on chugging.
Your body will tell you what you can do, what you can't. Right now, I'm not listening to it still.
Cordell's doctors were amazed with his ability to compete with his injury history.
I was surprised also that he was able not just to compete, just to excel in those competitions like 5 or 6 months after the hip replacement.
Before his surgery, Cordell's hip looked like this, bone on bone. Now his metallic hip acts as a symbol of his determination, perseverance, and love of competition.
I'm just the guy that got rebuilt and just kept trying, you know.
Even his competitors are amazed by his persistence.
He is incredible. Yeah, I've never seen anybody with so many surgeries that's still at it.
Cordell is still recovering from surgeries.
Your arm's gonna ache, your leg's gonna ache, your neck's gonna ache, something's gonna ache.
But he made sure to come back to the place where it all began.
This is where I got my start.
The Gainesville Senior Games. And of course, he's still winning golds.
I'm just not gonna stop.
For the 67-year-old world champion, there is no end in sight. And if a 4-decade late start, a slew of injuries, and father time can't stop him, maybe nothing can. Ben Mcleish, WUFT News.
Welcome into sports. I'm Ben Mcleish. As the leaves begin to fall and the temperatures start to drop, high school volleyball reaches the most exciting time of the season, the playoffs. Last night, Oak Hall continued its dominant season, defeating Providence in just 3 sets, marking their 15th sweep of the year. Oak Hall benefited from another electric performance from senior setter Cassidy McDonald, who tallied 24 assists, 19 service points, and 5 kills. But the Eagles have their biggest test of the season ahead of them, a matchup with Trinity Catholic, the top-ranked team in the state. Oak Hall head coach Perry McDonald could only describe the upcoming matchup as biblical.
So call me David, and I need a really big stinking slingshot because we're going to play the #1 team in the state on Saturday down at Trinity Catholic if what I think is going on at this moment in time is happening. So we're going to go up against a juggernaut, and we've just got to be that fearless, undersized team that goes in there and takes the swing at anything we can.
The regional semifinal matchup tips off at 5 p.m. on Saturday. But you don't have to wait long for more playoff volleyball as Gainesville faces off against South Fork tonight. WUFT's Miguel Molina is live at the Purple Palace with the scoop ahead of tonight's matchup. Now let's take a look at some of the other matchups in the region. The Santa Fe Raiders host the Satellite Scorpions in the 4A regional quarterfinals. And in the 1A region, Union County battles Lafayette with the winner earning a spot in the region finals. It's a thrilling time for the teams all around the state of Florida as they look to advance to the state championship in Winter Haven. As the high school volleyball playoffs begin, collegiate soccer wraps up its regular season. The Gators travel to Tuscaloosa tomorrow for a crucial matchup with the Alabama Crimson Tide. The Gators are desperate for a big win as they sit on the outside looking in of the SEC tournament. Currently the 14th seed in the conference, the Gators will need to finish the season as a top 10 team to advance to Pensacola. With only 3 games left, time is running out for Florida. But hope is not lost in Gainesville, as a win would put the Gators within 2 points of the 10th seed. On the ice, the Tampa Bay Lightning snapped their 2-game losing streak with an 8-5 road win over the New Jersey Devils. There was plenty of excitement in the 13-goal shootout. Lightning winger Brandon Hagel notched his 2nd career hat trick with back-to-back-to-back goals in the 2nd period. The win puts the Bolts at 4-2, good for 2nd place in the Atlantic Division. They come back to Tampa tomorrow to take on the 4-win Minnesota Wild. One final note, Orlando Magic and Miami Heat begin their seasons tonight with a Sunshine State showdown.